of fuel had a BTU rate of 86 million. She also stated that looking at the total weight of this aircraft in conjunction with its velocity, the Pentagon should have been reduced to the thickness of a pancake. Also, the fuel spill of 8,600 gallons would have posed a very large soil removal and disposal project, since the contaminated soil would be considered hazardous waste under Title 40 of the Code of Federal Regulations. Also, looking at the total heat value output of the JP-8 jet fuel, at 86 million BTUs, the temperature of the fire at the Pentagon after ignition would have been in excess of 3,000.
Talking about a spell. We're talking about magic here. Okay, so even movies, that's why they call it movie. You're being cast into a spell.
Ever wonder why your children are easily influenced by what they see on TV and the music they hear?
We can talk about a TV program. They call it a program because you are being programmed, right? And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is really trippy right now. Let me change the channel. Whoa, channel, right? A TV channel means you are channeling in information. The question is, where from? Then I said, okay, this is getting really trippy. Let me grab the remote control. Whoa. Remote control? I am being controlled remotely. Okay? So, words have hidden meanings.
I'll give them to you now.
Go ahead.
Loses things necessary to get his work done.
Okay.
Acts like he's driven by a hand or motor. Taps with his hands and feet. Blurts out answers. Has difficulty sustaining attention. Loses things necessary to get his work done.
Yeah.
Has trouble playing quietly. First of all, what child plays quietly?
Nobody.
Second of all, do you know what I just described to you? I didn't describe to you a mental disorder. I described to you a normal black boy.
Right.
Which leads me to my next point.
Right.
97% of American teachers are women. 93% of that 97% are middle-class white women. The black boy doesn't have a problem learning.
Right.
He has a problem being mistreated by people who don't understand him. And that what they call ADHD is nothing more than the manifestation of a kid who is bored or a teacher who can't maintain his attention. Wow. Because child will attend to anything they want to attend. Like you just said, he'll be on a video game for 12 hours.
Right.
That's not ADHD.
Right.
The problem is the classroom is bored, the teacher is underpaid, the school is underfunded, and the curriculum is garbage. Fix the...
If you think that there's Plan B in Clear Blue, you're pretty dumb. Because... So, new test. Pop it open. And you see a little pill thing. That's not Plan B. This is to collect moisture. And if you put it in water, it doesn't dissolve because it's not a pill.
And I'm going to show it to you live. This book, this is one of my nephew's books. It's just an old book. It's something my brother and I used to have growing up. And I started to look on the internet about this crap, and some weird stuff going on here with this name, Berenstain Bears. So I had this book, again, it's my nephew's, but I had this book in my closet from when they came over. I wanted to give it back to them. I planned on going out there to see them. And I dug it out, and I noticed that the Berenstain had said Berenstein in that room. But I come out here into just the normal other part of the house, and it says this. So just so you know I'm not crazy, I'm going to show you as I pass through this doorway what happens, and it's fucking weird. All right, it happens when it gets in the room. See it? And then back out here, normal. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah. And then normal. This just creeps me out, man. I don't even like to be in this room anymore. But I sleep in here. I mean, look at that. That shit is changing right there. Anyway, this I just know.
We kept seeing a sign about the thing. We knew we had to see the thing ourselves. They claim to keep one of Arizona's biggest secrets, and it's...
Okay, I know there's been a lot of I've been confused about how 5G is so much worse than any other Gs and why it affects, especially why people are saying that it affects people that have been vaccinated. And I've been seeing, now I'm like, okay, you have my attention, because these people in India are burning down 5G towers. Like, clearly there's something going on. So here's what I found, graphene oxide and what frequency does to it. Watch this. So I don't know, obviously there's a lot more to this than just what you saw in the video, but frequency affects graphene oxide, and that's like the patent trade secret ingredient in the vaccine. So I don't know, something to research for sure, but just found this interesting.
What conspiracy theories turned out to be true, but most people still don't know about them? I don't think a lot of people know they found the origin of the man from Tward. Basically, the story goes back in the 50s. A man was stopped at an airport somewhere in Asia. His passport said he was from a country called Tward. The country does not exist. The police couldn't figure out who he was and took him to a 4th-floor hotel room. The man disappeared without the guards seeing him. There has been plenty of speculation of who the man was. Secret agent was probably the biggest theory. The whole story was based on an actual event, but nowhere near as intriguing as the conspiracy theories. Over time it became a legend that's mentioned a lot, with stories like the Somerton Man. Recently they have found the original story of the man from Tward, and it is very different than the legend it has become.
Something no one can know. I was home alone, and my parents just had left the house. I noticed something on their bed. Keep in mind I was 8. It was rubber with white stains still inside, and a bit of cum still left inside. Curious 8-year-old me drank it like it was juice, and I really like it. Now that I'm 36, I'm still addicted to that, so I have kids in the basement that I squirt for dinner. Parents, do you regret having children? I'm a single mother, and I have a son named Sami who was born with Down syndrome and locally brain developed. He expects me to wipe his butt and cook him dinner and pay for rent, when that should be his responsibility. He also expects me to drop him off to school. Sometimes I wish he just died during pregnancy. My daughter was born with a disability called Chinese syndrome. It's where you have insane eyes, and you cannot see through the little eyelids. It's super annoying, and my daughter is always bumping into things, and I have to save her. Sometimes I wish she was just gone. What are you proud of? I get pregnant on purpose, so I could get an abortion. Something about it makes me feel good, like I kill someone without going to jail, haha. I don't tell my wife, but I steal my 1-year-old's dirty diapers, and using it as a toy for my fun. It feels
curious. What is a conspiracy theory you actually believe in? That video game companies got a taste of the kind of money that gambling brings in, and changed an entire industry to emulate the casino structure, but for children. The cardboard rolls that toilet paper are on, have gotten wider in diameter over the years. This is one way to make the rolls look bigger. Because, 6 mega rolls equals 32 normal-sized rolls. Most homework in high school is not to improve students' grades, it's busy work to either keep them out of trouble and make them more manageable, or to prepare them for the boredom of menial labor, long hours, and working off the clock uncompensated.
Alright, let's talk about Squid Game. And for everybody that's new to my page, all I do is talk about the truth behind things and the deeper meaning behind things. So don't just think I'm trying to make a conspiracy out of everything, even though everything does have a deeper meaning behind it. But anyway, if you don't know what Squid Game is, it's like the #1 show in the world right now. #1 in 90 countries. So don't you think it's a deeper meaning behind that show? You're just watching it, you're just entertained by it. But imagine the person that actually thought to make that show. What went through his head when he was making that show? Where did he get the ideas from? Now before we get any deeper, just take a look at this. Now I want y'all to peep this. That looks like a Freemason symbol. The only reason why he was doing this is because he was missing fingers and they told him to put his hands in his pockets so he wouldn't show weakness. The thing is, why would you add that scene in there? Him having missing fingers had no significance to nothing but that scene. And what about this guy? I'm pretty sure his finger's not missing. Is his finger missing too? No, it's literally all symbolism. You not understand that the people that run this world are behind everything? All these big songs that be blowing up, all these big movies that be blowing up, all this shit is controlled by them. You can't get big in their world unless you're with them. I want y'all to sit here and tell me that this is just all a coincidence. This is all a coincidence. This is all in a coincidence. This is all a coincidence. This is all a coincidence. See, at this point, y'all are choosing to